All right. Today is January 14th, 2020, and today's stand-up will be about hash tables, Project Euler problem number 8. We're going to be led by Luis Guzman, and I'm going to talk a little bit about blockchain. Mr. Obeda, Tani, Catherine Rhodes. All right. Oh, there's the lovely host himself right there.
Tico.
I love our heads pasted on these.
How much time did you spend?
That literally took like 5 minutes to do.
Is this the Price is? This is the Price is Right, isn't it?
This is the Project Euler problem will be right if they use Euper. That's the name of the game show here.
Nice.
Yeah, so I guess I should probably share for the recording. There we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks.
So that way everybody can see.
Immortalized.
Oh, look at the host right there. Is that Tani jumping in the air?
That means I won. Look at
Tani, you
that.
You did. And look at the rest of the crew right here, just going on and guessing in. Come on down.
He's kicking butt. Look at her.
By $1.
Hey.
I just appreciate I'm the loser in this situation.
It's probably because you're a graceful loser, Obeda.
No, I just had like 60 seconds, so I just pasted them in as fast as I could. Okay, so let's.
Too funny, man.
Let's talk. So let's go through 60 seconds, breakthrough moments throughout your day. What works, what doesn't work. We're in like week 5 now, so I guess also talk about, if you can, like how your strategy to learn really hard stuff in a short period of time, like how that's changed from day one. Let's start with Bryant. Breakthrough, and then just how your learning style has evolved.
Okay, yeah. Breakthrough, I'd say, I don't know. Finally, in my mind, remembering how it relates to the content before the break, when we're really drilling in on lists, and just by repetition, and I don't know, banging my head against the wall. Learning style, I was thinking about that today, actually. I always have to find a learning style that works for myself, and it usually involves like doing it, like coding, hands on keyboard, and then hearing someone talk about it, whether that's on YouTube or whatever videos.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
All right, so that's the minutes. So
popcorn,
next,
somebody.
I will popcorn to Luis because he's looking at the camera the most, I think.
Thanks. So when I first started Lambda, my learning style was like, take me, I don't know, show me coding. And I just let the coursework do the job. And that since I hit like Java, that stopped. And it's basically like, figure it out. So now I have at least like the tools now where I can go and like research stuff and figure it out and kind of like tie things together. And everyone in the Slack channel has been really good too. So it's like we have this whole new way of getting information in my skull. That's how it's changed.
I noticed that you're always super active in the CS24 channel, like during lecture. Is that how you were like when you started out too? Always? No?
No.
You just started participating more?
Yeah, well, like as I got more confident, I participated more because like at first I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to look dumb. Now I'm like, if I'm dumb, I'm dumb, whatever. I need to figure out the right answer, so I might as well just be wrong.
Good way to look at it.
Let's go with Catherine.
My learning style, I've always been a visual learner. And also I know that like it takes me sometimes not the first go around with something, with material. So I think we had, and Web 21, we had Dan Levy for 10 weeks, and some of his teaching style I was having trouble with because I had never coded before. So I just found other resources. So I think my learning style is just like try to find something that I understand and that works and that like helps with someone who's like visual like me, whether it's like other YouTube videos or like other lectures with different professors. So I just end up watching double the content, I guess. That's my learning style. Yeah. So, and then as you learn more, I feel like I have more of like a point of reference when I'm solving problems. Like the first time I'm solving a problem, I bang my head against the wall for 8 hours. And then once I know how to solve the problem, I have that like in my like tools. So I can go and like reference like other projects I've done or other like build weeks and like how did I come up against this? And I think Brian even mentioned that in lecture today. He just has more experience and like he just knows how to approach problems because he's solved them before. So I try not to get down on myself and I'm like, because like other people, I'm like, how do they like just know? Like everyone's just like writing binary in the channel and I'm like, how do people just like know binary? Like who are these people? So yeah.
Okay, that's cool. How would you say your preparation for classes changed? Like before, did you like that hour that they give you of class, that first hour of class they give you? Is that like you utilize that to go over the material for the first time or the second time? Or
when I first started, like in fundamentals, because I'm East Coast, it was way before. I started way before that first hour because I had to get another lecture in. Like I had to watch 2 lectures. So I mean, I would wake up at like 8 o'clock East Coast time, make coffee and start watching a lecture, and then also try to do like 5 minutes of like JavaScript challenges too at a bit, like the really, really easy ones. So but then this I took advantage of the time off that we had, the 2 weeks, to learn Django at my own pace and to go through some of the Udemy stuff. So yeah, depends on the material and yeah. And I'm pretty comfortable with the back end. I don't know, for some reason that came really maybe because I had like gone through 15 weeks of other stuff that like I just knew enough. But I mean I love like Express and Node. I think that's awesome. So Django is like really cool for me. Okay, I'll go with Tani.
So I like videos, especially with visuals for my learning style. Like that's ideal for me. And also, I like talking through things. So like pair programming is a godsend for me. Even if it's like someone just listening to me talk out loud, which is terrible for them, but it's helpful for me.
Okay. Do you feel like your learning style has evolved since since day one of web fundamentals?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty consistent. I've been like a professional student forever, so you know, I wish I could get paid for that because I'm quite good at it. But yeah, no.
You can be a TL.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I have a strong enough grasp of the material to be a TL. I feel like it would be unfair to the students, but I do. That's how I feel, Tico. I don't want to be that let down of a TL, but thank you.
I disagree, but go ahead, popcorn somebody.
Let's see. Jade, have you gone?
Nope.
Then I choose you.
Cool. My style, I think the biggest change is because I'm a visual learner as well, so videos has always been my thing. But for me, I need to pair program. pair program, find other videos of the lectures, especially with kind of what Catherine was saying. Dan Levy's style didn't work for me, but Josh Nell, I think?
Yes.
I watched.
Yes.
And his analogies,
The legend.
especially his nerdy, like very Lord of the Rings analogies or other stuff, totally worked for me. So then when I was able to pair program with my TL group, we did that almost every day. I would always bring back his analogies, and that made things easier for me to understand. So I need to definitely usually find someone else's teaching style that works for me better, which is usually analogies. And then I started off with just doing that whole hour, going over the material. But once we started getting deeper into React, especially backend, I had to make sure I went over the material, at least watch all the videos at like extended speed, just really fast speed, and then just so I could hear it, and then take that hour to actually slow down, take some notes, and then go through the lectures and take notes during lectures. Because if I'm not actually typing and whatnot, and I'll get distracted by what's going on around me. So yeah, that's my style.
Can I just throw in also Henry Blevins?
Oh, yes.
Josh Nell and Henry Blevins got me through all of
Yes.
that.
They saved our lives.
Yes, they did.
I've never heard of Henry Blevins. Can somebody give me like a synopsis?
He is Duke Henry Blevins, or I don't know if we changed that or
Lord,
not.
I think
Henry
Lord,
Blevins.
and then he changed it to.
So he was a TL from, I think he originally was an 18, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and so he decided on his own as a TL to do after hours on every Monday. And then I think he would sometimes go over each of the different challenges we had, and he would show us different ways of handling problems of each of the challenges. And Saturdays, he would also spend his Saturdays just going through either, I know at one point it was the coding challenges, but then some other stuff he would do. He would ask us, like, what do you want to go over, guys? And he would
and this
take
is
a poll.
unpaid, Tico.
Wow.
Yes.
This guy,
Wow.
yeah, just
Wow.
he would like spend his lunchtime going over the previous day's material and letting us ask questions.
He must not have
And he
been
taught
married
it in
then,
1
you know what I'm
hour.
saying? He must have not been married. You know what I'm
He
saying?
definitely didn't have kids, and
No.
I don't think he was married.
No, he wasn't. He said he enjoyed teaching other people. He even recorded some of his, a lot of the lectures, and he took them all off now, but on his YouTube.
I know, I asked him about it before we started.
He probably
Yes.
got married. He
got a job actually during labs.
Yeah.
And
he still logs on sometimes and does after hours.
Mondays he's doing after hours still.
I didn't know that. What is he doing?
Wow, that's pretty dope.
Sorry for the segue. What is he doing now?
He got a job somewhere in Boston. I forget the company.
Babel.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, that's actually really close to me. I should probably
Wait, what is it called?
befriend him.
It's called Mabel. So he still does after parties. He did one last week. I don't think he did one this week. Yeah. I can invite you guys to the channel, and if he does it again. If you're not already in the channel.
I'm in it. Yeah, I just
he calls it an after party?
Yeah. After party,
yes,
yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That's a genius.
Yeah. No, he really is a genius.
Marketing guru.
Like, and he's so funny, like, and he speaks so slowly that you can listen to him on like 1.75 or 2.0.
Yeah.
And he even says it himself. He's like, I've been told that if you watch me on 2.0, you can still understand. He's just wonderful.
Yeah.
He covered everything in like 1 hour. Everything from the day before in 1 hour. It was so helpful.
Yeah, he like definitely helped me also like for comprehension, talking about like getting another rep in, because the way he spoke so like he like the way he formatted his thoughts and like what was going on was very clear. And actually, like I know Dan Levy came and like would hang out like with his camera off when Henry was
try to get some pointers. Try to get some pointers
Yeah.
from there.
He actually said, he said he was learning from, somebody asked him that, like, hey, we see you're hanging out here. He's all, I'm just trying to learn from the master. So, yeah, he did.
And Henry also got, part of the reason he got his job was because of his YouTube channel.
Valid.
That is dope.
They were good videos.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he took the videos down though, because I was like, "Hey, can we still have access?" And he was like, "Unfortunately, not at this time."
Yeah, because people in other cohorts, like I guess in like Web 22 or 23 or whatever, were just copying, watching the videos and just copying and not attempting stuff. So he had
those monsters.
I know, come on, ruining it for everyone. But then he like adapted the material, like, and he would just do like a project that's like covers similar topics. He'll do like he did that like back in like Node. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack us there. We still have a few people left to go here. So Jade, if you want to pick somebody.
Oh, Beta, did you go yet? Okay, go Beta.
Learning style definitely changed.
How so?
I used to spend a lot of time just Googling and like skimming. So I think I feel like I got better at Googling and actually like getting into figuring out what material to actually read, and then actually reading it rather than like jumping around. I enjoy videos, but more than anything else, like I like diving into like what I'm reading and then trying to do it myself. So like I guess experiential learner. So I feel like I really solidified like. Usually I just jump in and just start coding and just see like, oh, this is what I think. But it kind of changed into like, let me sit down and understand and like, let me jump in and figure out what the hell I'm doing rather than getting something to work, which is usually what I used to do. I guess that's how my learning style changed. For today, unfortunately, I was the group that was recorded for the breakout room, and we totally botched the whole question. We went in the entirely wrong direction. So humbling experience. Like entirely wrong direction. We're trying to build out a hash table in the question. Today I just had to sort. Good experience. But I guess something that went well was I feel like I understand hash tables now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I guess for the 1 hour thing before class, I used to do the 1 hour, and I think for Java I kind of just gave up. It was kind of like a beat down. Yeah, I don't know. The Java track was interesting. But yeah.
Want to pick somebody, Obeda?
I think everyone's gone, right?
Luis and Bryant haven't gone yet.
I
Weren't
did
they
too
the first to go?
What's that?
I went first. Luis went second.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about Henry Blevins. My bad. Dang it, Henry, and you and your after party.
Good things. Good things to be
Henry, I
thinking
hope you
about.
watch this, Henry. That's the effect you've had on somebody who's never even met you before. Okay, so we got 27 minutes. Your game show host, Luis, is going to lead us here. Project Euler problem number 8. That's 8 in Spanish. Let's do it.
Thanks for that. Yeah, here we are.
Dievit. That's Russian for 8.
Gracias.
Am I like not allowed to make changes? No, I am. All right, this is fine. Everything's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn this into, actually, you know what?
You'll have to run this file in the index. Just
Okay, thank you. All right, so first 4 adjacent digits in the 1000 number that have the greatest number, greatest product are 9 times 9 times 8 times 9, which equals 5,832. Find the first 13 adjacent digits in the 1000-digit number that have the greatest product. What's the value of the product? So looks like we are going to take in this ugly array, or well, this ugly number, and so 1 input. What am I doing? That's caps lock. 1 input, big two more i's number. And then one output, product, highest product.
Let's hear some thoughts. Let's hear some ideas. Like, come on, throw some ideas out there.
Well,
What's the game plan?
I have a question. So adjacent, they're just talking about like numerically adjacent, like 9 and 8 or 8 and 7, right? Okay. Thanks.
So it says I'm trying to understand too. The 4 adjacent digit in the 1,000 digit. So this is 1,000 digits, right? That's what it's
correct.
Okay. So the 4 that have the greatest product are those, and then this one's saying find the 13 that are next to each other that have the greatest product. So instead of 4, they want 13.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
So Luis he just went in and just started coding. Luis, like, I have a feeling you have an understanding of like the direction you want to head. Can you break it down for your peeps here, and then see if they agree in moving in that direction?
Yeah. My understanding of the problem is that they don't want numbers adjacent in terms of like counting from 1 up to whatever, but they want them actually next to each other in this long number. So there is a 9989 somewhere in here that I have not been able to find just looking. But it should be there. Thank you. Okay. So have you guys ever heard of sliding window?
No.
I haven't.
Okay. I actually came across this. JavaScript is easier for me, but I was trying to do this in Python. And I looked at this because I knew I was going to have to like host. So one of the very first idea I had, and this is as far as I went, was we could turn this number into an array. That way we can target a series of 13 in a row, which would be, so turn number into an array. Let's say there's like a function here. Function.
Very, very good idea.
Into an array, and then have a variable that we would need 2 variables, one for like our start slice, and one for an end slice.
So this is the slice.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. So this is a slice to get 13 numbers out of the whole array, correct?
That's right. So that way we have whatever 13 is. We would end up with something like this if we start at 0 and go out 13. I don't want to mess with this number too bad. Okay.
I was going to say one thing. So you decided to go with JavaScript. Does anybody know about any limitations with numbers with JavaScript? JavaScript does not have a great reputation with handling like super, super big numbers.
We could do Python too. It would be probably maybe easier.
You could actually do both. But like that's one of the limitations of JavaScript. And I think recently in ES6 or ES7, they just added a new data type called big int, and that's allows you to like do computation with really, really, really large numbers. But another option, another alternate path that you could do, because Luis, you said that you wanted to turn that number to a giant array, which is a great idea. But then that number, it's still like a number data type inside of that array, correct?
Yeah. So we could split. That would be.
We could turn it into a string. So when you pass it to the after it gets passed in, you turn it into a string, and then you don't even need the start slice or end slice. Those variables can be current sum and biggest sum, and then it would be something like while this array is, or while this string is true, and then you test the first 13. So you take like the num : 13, or I guess 14 because it goes from that to 14, and then you turn those into an integer.
You slow
You
down a
for,
little.
yeah, sorry.
So you want me to turn it to a
Yes.
string,
Yeah,
and then instead of start slice, end slice, we would have what?
those variables would be max sum and then current sum.
I think we would also need those, but why would we not need the slices?
Yeah. So at the end of the while loop, you can just slice it by itself. It'd be :1 or 1 colon. So then you would just be shaving off the first string every time it iterates.
Oh, so just look at the first 13 and then shave one off each time. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so if you look at the whole thing and then you do a for loop for the first 13, and then after the for loop, I don't know, this is just while loop, for loop, and then at the bottom you would shave off the first one. So you're always just looking at the first 13, and you're just shaving off the first number each time.
So essentially, we're still doing what Luis suggested in the beginning. We're just using a string. So we're still using a sliding window. The idea that like have you guys ever, you guys have seen like the Ouija board, right? Like there's like a little glass circle right there, and like you kind of just glide that along like that. Same thing, but it's 13. You can see 13 numbers same time. Okay. Cool. Good idea. But yeah, that's what I was trying to hint at, Obeda, is like any JavaScript developers for a long time have been working around not having a big int data type by turning everything to a string, super large numbers to a string.
Okay, so we turn into a string and then target the first 13. So whatever slice, I don't even remember the JavaScript syntax anymore. I think it's dot slice and then a start and stop.
Yeah, we can figure that out. That's fine.
0,
Can we just do Python if everyone's okay with it? I mean, I don't mind doing Java. I just feel like I'm so used to Python.
Since we've already started, Obeda, let's just finish her out in JavaScript, and then the pseudocode will still be there, so we can still, I guess, translate it over to Python afterwards. Maybe since we already started, maybe we just go ahead and finish it out in JavaScript.
Okay.
We could just do it in Python right afterwards. Is that cool?
Yep. So in order to, what is it, JSON.stringify? Or are we going to split? We could do either one.
What was the question, Luis?
To turn it into a string, just split on something like split. I don't remember. Does anyone remember the syntax for splitting in JavaScript? I think it's this.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, so
I believe it has to. Does it have to be an array though, in order for you to split it like that?
I think it might have to be isn't it a string?
You split a number? I think it's a string.
Yes, should be a string.
Oh, well, okay. So dot split will actually take a string and then put it into an array of separate items. Yeah. So we want to make it into a string.
Stringify?
Yeah, I think it's.
Ugly. I like it.
Yeah. JSON.stringify.
Oh. All right.
I'm gonna need an input.
What now? You need an input.
Yeah.
All right. Solid point. First of all. All right. Input 1.
That is a big number.
Yeah, let's just do it up here.
Maybe it needs 2 inputs actually, right? One would be the number, and the other one would be the product. So for us, they want us to do the first 13. The example they gave was the first 6. So then that means the number cruncher would take in two
like that.
Inputs. Well, I mean, yeah, we don't have to write them out here, but I mean, in the parentheses for the number cruncher, yeah. you can like just name it whatever you want, like the actual digits and then maybe the limit, like you put, or num and limit.
Luis, what'd you say the name of that problem was? The sliding window, you said?
Yeah.
We can call it sliding limit,
so
sliding
why
window
wouldn't-
size.
Why wouldn't it just be num instead of big num?
I called we could just call it num. I just did it because I named it num up here and I didn't want to.
So
I mean,
different.
you don't want to pass that in. I guess it's more.
When we call it, I want to pass it in.
Oh yeah, yeah, Tanya. On line 9, big num is just the parameter, whereas like we're gonna pass in. Actually, Luis, yeah, can you call that my num?
Oh yeah,
or something?
gotcha.
Yeah, it's just an instance of it's gonna be passed in there.
I refuse. It's staying big num because I love it. Okay. So JSON.stringify is actually a method, and that would take.
Do we need split?
Yeah, I don't think we even need split, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't need it.
Okay. So does it return? It just returns a string. That's it.
Yeah, let's test it out.
Right. Because you can just print.
Remember, you're gonna have to put this in the index.js to get it to actually do anything.
Thank you. Let's copy. That sort of worked.
For all the viewers watching this video, Luis just got a new computer, so he's not used to it yet.
My
He's
keys
actually
are
a
like
wizard. He's a wizard with a computer. Just he's not used
Built
to
a new computer.
Built his own computer.
What am I typing here?
You're gonna copy and paste everything from problem8.js.
Got you. Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So we have our string probably. I didn't call the function. Number cruncher with, let's say, a smaller number, and who cares? Run. Okay. How do I tell if that's a string or not?
You can type type of. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you even need the parentheses. I think it's just type of and a space, I believe.
I think, isn't it type, you do type of, it's like a Boolean thing, right? No?
I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, you don't need the parentheses, even though it is technically a method, I guess. It's just type of space and then whatever is in front of that. Yeah.
You might not need to stringify it because you've already stringified it. Maybe just try doing big num.
Solid. Good point. What am I missing? I don't believe I'm missing anything.
Let me Google it.
Type of.
Oh, type of there's no capital O. It's just a regular O, small O, lowercase.
Weird.
There you go. There's the blue keyword color. There we go.
That says number.
So yeah, it is. We have to get it changed somehow here. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to save it as something. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that works. Now that we have the string, we do want it to be an array now, yeah?
Well, can we use the same, very similar methods with a string that we can with an array?
Well,
most
we
of.
can loop
Or-
over it.
I don't know how I would get the. I know we can loop over it. I just don't know how we would like pull and like pop something off the front.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
We can't just specify an index and then increment it so that it shifts, right? Like, so whatever was your index 1 becomes your index 0 the next time, and then so on.
We can do that. We can definitely do that. Okay, so we'll need an index to track. So let's see. This is the function. Goes in the number. The number. Then we want to assign the sliding windows view, I guess is how we'll put it. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
All right.
Or the indexes, the indices that make up the sliding window or whatever, right? Want to like define the indices.
I don't know how to spell index. I don't know how to spell.
ICES.
Thank you. All right. So we are going to evaluate big num. I know we're going to do it. So I keep wanting to slice, but I
think you can slice with a string. So so you would do something like while big num, so while it's true, so while we still have like a string of numbers, it'd be like while big num and then colon, or God, what is it again in
JavaScript.
parentheses? Yeah, parentheses. I don't. Oh, is it like that? I don't remember. Or I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just while big num. I don't think they're equal to true. Yeah, and then inside of here we do like a for loop for I in big num, and then it would be big num, and then this way you would slice from 0 to 13.
Luis, it works the same way with a string that it does an array through the slice method.
Well, you want to slice it in the for loop. So what you're doing for I in big num, you just want to slice between 0 and 12. And then inside the for loop is when we turn it into an integer, and then we just we have to create the two variables under big num, right? So it'd be like the max sum and then the current sum.
What is it? Parse int?
I don't remember.
Does anyone remember?
Wait, what are you guys trying to do?
Convert it back to an integer.
Yeah. Yep, parse int. And I believe the syntax you have in line 14 is for Python, if I'm correct, for the for loop, right? We're doing JavaScript.
Oh yeah, for let
yeah.
I equal.
Y'all been in that Python too long.
Yep.
That darn snake.
We're gonna loop. Let's see.
Are we doing let I equal 0, or are we just doing let I?
Yeah, I think.
Let I equal 0, yeah. And then we want it to continue as long as I.
And I think for your slice, you want it to go to 13 because it's not inclusive.
Good catch.
Is that right?
I don't think you need the parentheses after length in JavaScript.
That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah, in Python you need that.
Right, in Python it's len. All right, so I don't care about you. Get out of here. we're looping through. We're going to.
Well, we need to create two variables under big notes. Yeah.
One for our total sum or our biggest
Product.
product and biggest
Catch,
product.
Jade. Mm-hmm. We'll call it product and then window product, maybe.
Wouldn't product be like whatever we're currently evaluating?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you wanted product to be like the bigger product, and then like in each iteration, because you're calculating the product of all the numbers in that window. So I thought you were gonna call it window product, but whatever you guys want.
All right.
Whatever y'all want. Okay. Be right back.
Oh, almost there. Window product equals 0. Biggest product equals 0. All right. So one to store what we're currently evaluating and one to store the largest. All right. I think I got you now. So parse int I.
It would be big num.
Big num
bracket
at
I.
the index of I.
Yeah.
Got you.
But before that, it's going to be window product plus equals, or God, I was thinking in JavaScript. Plus, I don't remember.
You can do plus equals.
Okay, then yeah, it'd be window product plus equals parse int, or multiplied. Sorry, or multiplied.
Times. Okay, yeah. Times equals.
That means we have to start window product at 1.
Yes, it does. Okay, and then if.
And then after the for loop ends, we do the if then. Because
Here.
because we want to go through the whole thing to make sure we get the product of all of it.
Yep.
And then,
Yep.
yeah.
And then, all right, yeah. If window product is greater than biggest product.
Don't forget your parentheses around those.
Thank you, fam. Code fam. Yeah, then biggest product equals.
Right.
Product. All right, and then out here, we will change. So we want to evaluate if we've explored all of them.
So now you would just slice off 0.
So it
it'd
would be
like big,
dot
yeah.
pop. Is pop the front? That's
Shift.
the end.
Shift.
Literally just that. That's not even right. Big num dot shift. All right, and
Return? Do we have to return?
wouldn't
Or no, I guess it was
wouldn't returning here break the loop?
So we do outside of the
Yeah.
while loop.
Okay, until it equals 0. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. And then return biggest product. So that should do it.
With a minute to spare.
Let me just. I did no misspellings. All right. Well, I didn't call it. I called it with 1, and it errored out. Dot shift is not a function.
Maybe try to slice big num equals big num dot.
I feel like the commands have changed.
What is the data type of big num?
It's a string.
It's a string.
And shift is an array method, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
should
so we
still
can
work.
slice. You can slice your past one to be dot slice one. I think it should be
One,
one, right?
so -1, like that. That
I
should
don't know how
work.
to get to the end.
Yeah, -1 targets the end.
Yeah, looks like shift is an array only method.
Oh, okay. Can we slice a string? I'm pretty sure we can.
Yeah, you can slice a string though. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Do you want to try with their example, which is 5, if you know what the answer is? So no, like you put num here, and then instead of 13, they put 6, right? Or was it 5?
oh yeah, it was
It was 4.
4. 4.
0. Strange.
Maybe we're slicing wrong here.
And yeah, I should have passed the limit in num limit here anyway. Num limit, because yeah, it
That's
was
gonna change.
evaluating up to 13 and there was no 13. Let's try it again. Still 0.
Is it so? The number that you pass in is the. Should you do like num limit +1 or something, or not +1? What do you? So the num limit, it's not inclusive,
Right.
right? It's not like range.
Yeah, but then the limit is going to be like 13 numbers, or in this case, 4. And when we pass 4 in here, it's in order for me to grab 3, I would have to slice up to the number 4, right? Because it's not inclusive. So 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 3 is
Correct.
so forth. Is that
So you're gonna change that to num limit +1? Is that what you're saying?
no? Because this is going to be 4, which will 0th first,
Oh yeah, right. Yep,
second,
yep.
and third index.
Yep.
Do you want to console log right before window product here? Console.log big num I on top of like no in the first for loop.
Console.log window product.
Right before it, like right on top of it, is console log big num I. No, sorry, in like right on top of window between the for loop and window product. Yeah, so like hit enter and then yeah.
Window product.
Well, big num I, and then under that can we console log window product.
Got you. Not a number. Null.
So let's see, what line is it at? 32. Where is this at? So are all of our data types correct? Like for our input, we're taking in a string, right? And we're also taking in a number. So those are both right. We should be outputting a number, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make sure that data type is correct too.
Window product should come out.
I think it's get car at or something like that. It's you can do dot index of, or you can do
okay. Index of what? What are you talking about? Where am I?
sort of big num. Oh, looks like it still works. Keep getting 1 though. Why do you keep getting 1?
That's an L. Spelling null. Sorry if I'm confused. Are you telling me to specify an index?
No, I didn't realize it's spelling out null.
Oh, yeah, it's just spelling out null. It's like, nice try, buddy.
Is window product accessible inside, because it's like inside a while loop, inside a for loop?
No product. It should be
2 levels up.
should be okay. No, it should be okay. No, I think it's okay. I guess we can check out and see if it's changing.
Well, big num's coming out to null.
Alright, so I have to hop off. Sorry.
All right, Obeda.
Yeah. I love that. But I'll see you all tomorrow.
See you, man.
Let's log big num.
Let's see.
I'm actually going to log the result of this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's possible we're just like maybe this is
or you could extract big num.slice 0 to num limit.length, and then you can create a variable right up top. That way it doesn't. And then you could just nice.
Nope. Try that again.
There you go. No, so can you console.log slice num and see what you get?
That's what I did.
Oh, shoot, my bad. So we're getting null, so.
Let's do it up higher and see if I'm losing it because of. No, it's not Pat. That's all right. So looks like we found what's hurting us. It's the slice. Can we not do this? Let's try. 0.
Because you're returning biggest product, right?
Is slice just returning like one number?
It should be returning.
It should be returning an array of numbers, right? Or a substring of the string. We could try it your way, Luis, and just make it into an array. Then we could use the dot shift method. It's up to you. Up to you guys.
Want to try it?
I think it
Why
might
not?
be easier because everything we've tried function-wise has been dealing with arrays.
It'd actually be even easier to turn into an array, right? Because you would just set it equal to an array with like your variable inside. And that's automatically, so no need for JSON at stringify. Shit, we should just listen to Luis in the first place, you know?
Okay, so we don't need slice. We can shift.
Life lesson.
What's that, Tani?
It's a life lesson.
Life lesson.
Actually, we should still.
Lorelai's in the back like, I told you so.
Num limit. All right, so we slice from the beginning up to whatever. We don't need to parse int.
We still need to split though, right? Do we need to split or no? Because right now it's just sitting in an array as a number data type, correct?
You're right. Dot split, and that should split in between each item if
Oh, wait a
Do
second.
I need an
We can,
empty string here?
wait, we can only split like a string. Am I right? Like you take a string, you dot split it, and then turns it into an array of individual characters from the string.
I think if we just dot split, it will. I am not 100%, but I think if we
I'll look it
just
up.
split, it'll turn it into a string.
Okay.
Split is a method of a string object.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So
So we will need
JSON.
JSON, not stringify.
Is it a capital S or no?
I don't believe so. Nope. Lowercase.
Num, then split, and that gives us an array of each number, 1,000 items in it. Let's see if that's real. Haha, console.log, a huge number.
And I think we might not even need the outer like array brackets now because we have the split.
Right?
Ha ha ha. Joke's on you, split.
Big num. Null.
No. The computer's laughing at us.
This is the correct syntax for stringify?
JSON dot stringify. It converts a JavaScript object or value to a JSON string, optionally replacing values if a replacer function is specified.
So is it toString?
Yeah, actually, it's probably toString.
Let
me look that up.
Num dot toString.
Yeah, toString. There we go. Why didn't we think of that in the first place?
I blame Jan Levy.
Dan. There. Infinity. Well, yeah. So, but it is essentially like working. It's just JavaScript can't handle huge numbers like that. So if you change it to a big int type, it should work. So lowercase big and then capital INT, and then you'd put like a parentheses around that number, and it turns it into a big int data type. I think you might want to put it inside of the, inside some parentheses. Let's see how I did it here. Okay, so if you just do big int, capital BIG, capital B, and then lowercase IG, capital INT, and then inside of there, put your number string.
Capital INT?
Mm-hmm. No, sorry, just capital I.
Oh, capital I and T. I got you.
My bad.
I can follow directions. I got this.
And then you don't need the, oh, actually, we do need the toString, yeah. Keep that in there.
No number.
Try taking off a .toString .split and then just see what you get when you console log big int first. Number's too big, see it? Oh man. Come on, JavaScript.
Tico, did you solve it in JavaScript?
I actually did solve in JavaScript, and this one I think was the one that took 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I never optimized it. So what I actually did to solve the problem was I just put it inside of quotations to make it a string, and then I took that and then I made it into I counted the number of characters in the string, I think. Let me see. Took a long num string and num of adjacent digits. Let's see. else? Increase adjacent digits product. Okay, so I did long num string. Yeah, I think I might have cheated the system by passing in a string to begin with versus even passing in just a number. I just passed in a string.
Oh, you passed.
Yeah. So I like converted it outside of the
Around the
old,
number you put.
yeah, I just put quotations
Okay.
around that, and then I passed it in as a string, and then I calculated like the length of the string, and yeah.
I mean, that's way more convenient.
Yeah, that is a lot easier.
I was
Okay.
a little frustrated, I think, and I just needed to get it to pass.
I don't need to toString or split or any of that anymore. Okay.
I'm gonna drop my code in the channel here and see if y'all can see anything I'm not seeing. And I wrote the code.
Okay. We are getting the number.
We are? Oh, sweet.
Okay. And then 21. It's not doing it right. Would someone mind looking up slice and see if I can like just one negative one, or if I have to? Oh, you know what I can do is big string dot length. And let's get rid of this console log because it's ugly. Oh, we don't need to erase the number anymore. Window product equals 1. All right, so we're taking in our big string and our limit. Window product equals 1, biggest product equals 0. Our sliced number equals big string sliced up to our limit, which so that'll be our sliding window.
Oh, yo, you know what I just realized?
What?
Oh, never mind. No, you guys got it right. Okay, sorry. I saw window product was 1, and I was like, okay.
All right. While big string exists for each item in big string, which shouldn't we? Yeah, because we're manipulating big string at the end. Okay. For each item, as long as I is greater than the length of the array, less than, and then okay, if window product, we take each item in the little array we made.
Console log big string at I.
Right here.
In the for loop.
Yeah, good idea.
That's working. But this should be much smaller. Yeah?
It's like the inverse maybe of the 13. I don't know.
Say it again, Catherine.
I don't know, like maybe it's like, how long is that for loop? Is it like, I feel like it's 1,000 minus the 13.
That's what I'm saying. I think our slice is messed up. Or I should be, as long as it's slice num.
Like maybe line 13 is not supposed to be to num limit.
Hold on, hold on. I don't know why we're ever getting undefined. In the for loop, we should only be. Oh no, that's right. Big num. I'm sorry. What did you say, Tony?
I was just wondering if we wanted num limit on line 13. I might have just started confusing myself.
Here. Yes. This determines the length of the window. So down here, it would end up being just 4. Oh, that's why we're getting undefined. Okay. In the for loop. What? The for loop is running multiple times because we're inside of a while loop. Which is why we're seeing it pop up so much, but it's the same 4 numbers over and over again.
Yeah, it's the same 4 numbers.
So what is our while loop even doing? Is it just while big num?
Yeah, so while big num dot length is greater than or equal to num limit.
But the length of that isn't ever changing, is it? Like we're not popping anything off or adding anything on, right?
We should be shifting somewhere outside of the for loop.
Okay.
Right, but we took that out.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's what the slice is supposed to be. So let's just shift instead.
Okay. Yeah, that would make it easier because then the length would continually decrease over time.
Right. And I don't remember if we need shift as a method, right? A built-in method.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we're only popping off. Yeah, you want to determine the. Let's see.
Oh, index 0.
Shift is only an array method. This is what I'm seeing.
Any ideas? Num string dot length.
We're looking at we're never escaping.
Well, we want to keep slicing. We're not.
That's right here.
Brian, what'd you say in there? If you.
No, just back to the
Yeah, that's true.
Conversion.
Yeah.
Well, because we want to move. We're not moving our window. We're just repeating the same action.
Right. So when we want like a for loop would be like, you got it?
Yeah.
So we need
but so it's still not matching.
It's not right, but the problem was when we were slicing from index 0, so it was returning the exact same string instead of the one with the front popped off. And we don't want to slice it up to the limit. We want the whole number here. I don't know if -1 will work in this instance. What did we do? Big string dot length or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Minus. Or yeah, it should be dot length. Yeah. What do you got, Brian?
Wow. Okay. I'm starting to get this. We are within a while loop trying to reassign. That's why this said big string, because eventually we'll slice off the entirety of big string and it'll be nothing.
Okay.
It's running a little faster now. Still coming out with undefined every once in a while, which is weird. Once we get down to the zeros, small numbers. Okay, that's fine. Let's get back to Ooper.
So I feel like I have a in that code that I dropped for you guys. I mean, I wrote it a long time ago, but I do have a brute force solution pseudocode in there, which makes sense actually. Very similar to what we had. Except I use 2 for loops though.
Well, we're technically using 2 loops too. We're doing a while and a for.
Yeah, I'm just not using a while.
Yeah, we could use a for though, because we know how big it is.
Right, but we'll just, yeah.
Run.
This is fine as long as we're taking numbers off of that big string each time, right? Get the So the only way we can get the numbers taken off of the big string is if we convert it to an array so we can use the pop or shift, right?
Or slice the entire string from index 1 to the end.
Oh, okay.
Unless that won't work.
Well, the slice method you had with the 1 negative 1 should work, according to MDN.
Tanya had to go get some food before she goes to hours.
Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, up here. Okay, I'm crazy. Okay, and then return. Something here is failing, and we should just go through and test it all. Ooh, that's ugly. Instance number 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, which makes sense.
So one thing that I would do, like once I get to this point, and it seems like we're so close, but for me, I have to like chunk it down. I would make like an even smaller string of numbers, and I would go for a smaller target. So I would like look for like, I don't know, 2 numbers or whatever, 3 numbers, 3 number size window, with like a total of maybe 6 numbers. I don't know. Just to see if we're getting the, like our logic is correct.
Okay, so then the largest one in here should be 30.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
But it's 144. Looks like we're compounding. So
Where's your window product at? Is that in the? Okay, so that's on the inner loop. Let's see. Yeah, I have it on the. No, actually, I have that on the outer, or just inside the
it's up here.
outer loop. Yeah.
You got it inside the outer loop?
Oh, no. So window product can't be outside of the loops, right? Because that has to
Who said
reset
that?
every time.
Who gets the I told you so? Someone said that.
Wasn't it Catherine?
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
But I thought of I was thinking of like closure and stuff.
No, that's exactly right.
So the biggest product, that one I feel like you can put that out if you want, but the window product has to be inside of the loop, like the innermost loop, right? Because that's going to be the one that's going to, or just outside the innermost loop, because that's the one that needs to remember how big that product is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Biggest product doesn't get evaluated until outside of the
Until
for
the
loop.
end, yep.
Okay. So let's try again. We got 12, which is
better
wrong.
than 144, I guess.
It'd be 30.
Let's see. So let's start console logging right inside of that. Let's console log the product then, the window product on each iteration. Because then we can see, right? We should know. Or we could console log. Yeah, we console log. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And so instance 1 is 3. It's returning 12. Hold on. I should have named in the for loop better.
Instead of doing slice num.length, so we're going from 0 to slice num.length. Would that be the same as just doing like your limit?
What?
Like going from like
here?
Yeah, like iterating through from 0 up to your limit, and then like you're chopping off like that same amount each time, right? Slice num.length. You're slicing it, which is the same as
Slice num.length should be 13 or 2 or whatever we pass in. No.
So I'm wondering if it starts slicing things that like you can't slice. So instead of we pass in like the limit, I guess, limit number or whatever, the parameter that we have, num limit, because we just want to iterate like from 0, like the size of the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all we want to do.
No.
So that'd be 0 to num limit.
So here we are taking sliced string. We grab the first two elements. Grab the first two elements.
Jade, if you have to go too, I mean, I know you haven't been sleeping at all, so get some sleep if you have to.
Why did I just delete? Okay. Oh, we're gonna get this.
Oh, we will get it. I already got it. But I do want to figure it out your way, whatever way. Because actually, I didn't even use slicing. I actually used arrays like you originally wanted to, now that I'm looking at my code. And I think the reason why I did it is because I knew I was going to run into some issues with the strings. Num of adjacent digits. Chunk nums. Dot push long num string.
Well, here's part of the problem.
So this is where you should ooper. You should go back to your plan.
It's taking the first two,
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2, and it should be multiplying them together. It looks like all it's doing is returning 1 and 2.
Them next to each other?
I think that's just a coincidence, though, because this is 3 times 4, which is 12. 6 times 3 is 18.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, and that's returning 12, which means we're not making it all the way up to 5 and 6. No, here's 6. Where's 5? Why are we missing elements? I should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. It's like the slice is only sometimes working.
Yeah, let's go back to your logic here. Let's go back to the plan and then walk me through it, because I'm still a little cloudy on it exactly here.
All right. All right. We assign the sliding windows indices. So slice num takes the whole string, slices it up to the limit.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sliced num no. Big string is right. So then we
let's go line by line from the top. Let's console log everything. So number cruncher is your function. We're passing in big string. We're passing in num limit. Big string in this case is going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom. Num limit is 2. If you console.log slice num, what do we get? What did it show up as?
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Which,
sliced.
Wherever it is.
There should be no.
Just a 12, right? Somewhere.
Can you put some quotes in there, and then let's yeah, make it easy. Yippee. Kaye. There you go. Okay, let's find that yippee-ki-yay.
All right, so
There it
that's
is,
correct.
12. Okay.
Biggest product is 0. That's fine. While
Mm-hmm.
big string exists, which is this. Let window product equal 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Window. Okay. Show me window whatever.
I should. What?
It's not even showing up, huh?
Yeah, this is a weird result. Window whatever 1.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Good. Then we hop in the for loop, and we know we're in the for loop because we're getting big string element at the bottom there.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So then window product is equal to window product times parse in a big string at the index of I.
this has to be the problem.
Yeah.
Make a new variable.
So big. So window product, window instance number is 2. So the first one, it should be 2. Second one should be 6, right? And then next one after that should be 12. And then after that, 20. Last one, 30.
So it's just stopping too soon.
Yeah.
So we have element 1. Hold on. Let me get rid of. We know 1, 2, 2, 3. Big string element 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Let's see. So you're iterating through. So you're using the first while loop to iterate through the entire array. The second for loop, the second loop is a for loop. You're using it to iterate a window at a time. That's your goal, right? Your goal is to iterate a two number wide window every time, all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Can you change your while loop to a for loop just so we can make it a little bit easier on ourselves? Maybe try something a little bit different here. And so we just go the full length of the string, right?
Including the last one.
So that'd be the big num plus 1. Wait, if we did plus 1, we wouldn't have to do the less than or equal to, right? So we could take the plus 1 out or do the equals. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, where's that at?
Oh, because it's not big num, it's big string.
Oh.
I'm so sassy. There we go. Still 12.
Okay.
So
we at least know that we're iterating through the whole string. The second one is iterating slice num. Well, the second one, should we just iterate through, instead of slice num.length, could we just put num limit or limit num, whatever you had there? Because we're only going to do it's only going to be 2 numbers wide every time, right? Like that number is not going to change. it's the same.
It's the same.
I
think it's this.
Yeah.
So
let's extract that parse int big string at I, and then you can like bring that variable down and put it in this equation to make sure that it's the right data type and everything. Parse int should return a number multiplied by window product equals window product.
It is returning a number. I mean, we're definitely getting a number. I think it's not doing the multiplication right.
So big string element 1, instance number 1. So like down in your console right here, what numbers are being multiplied? I can't, so like would this be?
It would be 1 times 2.
So this one right here is multiplying by this one right here?
Yeah, I'm multiplying them together. So like 1 gets pushed into window product equals window product, which is 1, times the first number, which is 1. So we should get 1 for instance number.
Yep.
And it stays 1. We move, we shift over, so we're looking at 2, 3. Oh, shit.
You know, we should console log window product every time. Oh, you already are. Can you change instance number to window product just so I can be a little more? Thanks.
Window product.
Thank you, sir. Let's see, 1, 2. Oh, look, it stays the same right there. 2. Why does it stay the same right there? 2. It doesn't. It should go 1, 2, 6, right?
1, 2.
It should go 1, 2, 6. Because 1 times 1, 1. Yeah. And then 2 and 3 make 6, and then 3 and 4 make 12. So 12 should come right after 6. But window product's going from 1 to 2 to 2 to 6 to 3. It's going back down.
Take each item and multiply it against each other item. That should be what this is doing.
Window product percent. Let's see. Can you do me a favor and after right here, could you put a comma and then add like another string with the \n, just so like I feel like this is throwing me off, like because there's no spaces in there. It just makes it harder for me to. Yeah. Okay, so then I feel like I can. All right. Not a number.
Where are we getting not a number?
Oh, the top there, right above there. Is that from a different?
I think so. I took yippee out. I thought.
Oh, okay.
Didn't I? Yeah.
Okay. So 1 times 1 is 1.
Times it should be 1. Yeah, 1 times 1 is 1. Nope.
We should never be getting 1 though, right? I mean,
Times 2 is 2.
window product is just 1 is what it's initialized at. So it should be like 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 3 equals 6, which it is. But doesn't it look like it's doing it twice every time?
Starting with 1, it's 1. Like the window product starts at 1.
Oh, okay.
1
gotcha.
times 1. And then it moves to the next one, 1 times 2, and that comes out to 2. When it shifts over, it should be 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, but that comes out to 2. Which means...
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. The window product, you should be multiplying all of those numbers. We should just be multiplying them like together. I guess, yeah, we're using the window product for that. I'd say we just.
I think we should
I
just
say
try a different method of multiplying.
yeah.
This
I say we
is
make
doing
an.
something funky.
I say we make an array and we use dot reduce, and then we just multiply all the numbers up in the array.
Work on strings in.
Oh no, it's only arrays, I believe.
Okay, whatever. Okay. All right. So
we're changing our approach and going to an array, right? Big string dot slice 0 num limit. Well, you can keep the string in the beginning, and then we just push it into an array. Because like I have my code here, and I push it into I don't call it window, I call it chunked numbers, and it's just an empty array inside of the for loop. So instead of multiplying down there at the bottom, you could just.
I think this will do it. Or do you mean? I'm pretty sure dot split spits out an array.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But we want to make the big number an array first, right? Or what? Big string.
Yeah. Yeah. Big string. Dot split. Let's console.log that and just make sure it comes out right.
Don't need an identifier for that. It's gonna be big.
Mm-hmm.
I said run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Right at the top there.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right here?
Oh, okay.
But it's supposed to return an array, right?
Right, but we didn't change any of the. It is supposed to return an array. That should be an array. Okay.
Actually, can you put identifier in there just to make sure, please? One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah.
Oh.
Dot split.
Wait,
oh, do you have to put a? That's why we console.log. Oh my goodness. It's getting the end of the day, man. That East Coast time. Okay. So we got our array there. What are we going to do with that bad boy? Let's iterate through it. We can't slice now, right? We can still slice. We can still slice. Yeah. Okay. What if, since we're using array already, like we might as well just start popping, or I mean,
shift.
Shift, yeah. Wait, does shift only remove the first item?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we're doing a slice. Okay. You need the parentheses after shift. Figure shift. Oh, big array equals big array dot shift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Final product is 1 and it goes to 2. Yes. Oh, wait a second. Does that shift returns? That's why it stops the loop.
Okay.
So then since that's on the outside of the, actually, wait, that's,
Yeah, that should be fine. That's the
yeah,
very
that's,
end of the
yeah,
loop.
the for loop, of the first for loop.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me see what I have here. Where's that? Equals 0, less than big array dot length plus 1. Oh shoot! You know what? That inner for loop, that window, at one point or another, it's gonna get to a point where the end point is gonna make it to the end of the array, and then like you have to subtract X number of spaces for like where I begins. So like it's gonna have to be like I can only be like up to the length of the array minus the num limit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so if
So
stop
it'd be like the
once
length.
I is the length of big array.
Yeah,
Uh,
minus.
Sliced array.
Sliced array?
No, bigger. I have that length minus I. So each time we iterate through, we're shortening the array a little bit.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 there, right? So if we're making a window like this every time and then it's moving like this,
Yeah.
right? Once we get to the end, like I will be like right here, right?
Yeah.
I can't make it actually to the end, right? And so like it has to be like the distance from here to here has to be the difference of the length of the string minus the num limit, or the limit num, I think you called it, right? What does that say? 120?
Yeah. Because it's running additional times before it
Oh
gets
no,
to
I'm
that.
my bad. I meant for the outer for loop. Because the inner for loop, the inner for loop is for the sliced part.
All right.
Length.
The outer for loop, big array dot length plus 1 minus the.
I don't think you need the plus 1. I think it should be minus num limit.
Minus num limit. And that's a capital L. 2.
2. It's going through 2 iterations. product goes from 1 to 2. So it's stopping here. So it checks these two. First window product would be 1. Second one would be, first one would be 1, and the next one should be 2. After that, it should be 6. Then it should be 12. Then it should be 20, and then it should be 30. We're stopping at 2 right now. There's 24.
1, 2. This is so weird.
I think it has something to do with where we're placing our variables then. Window product is inside the...
My initial idea was to just take instead of removing the item at the front, it was just going to have like a slice method that shifted each iteration until it hit the end of the array. So it would be, I would need 2 variables to track the start and end that rest here. Like let start equal 0, let end equal
num limit.
Yes, thank you. Num limit. And then
all you're gonna do is gonna increase both those by 1 iteration each time, right? You're gonna increase them by I each time, correct? Until you make it to the end, in which I would be, you'd want I to be less than the length of the string minus num limit, right?
unsure. Let me write this slice first.
Okay.
So we would actually be slicing right inside the for loop, right? All right, so I have to go soon.
Okay.
Sliding window. So the slice would have to happen up here. The first thing. Grab what we're working with.
Bro, it's getting late, man. Go say goodnight to your kids and make sure they get to bed, man. That's what I had to do when at 8 o'clock. I have to kiss her goodnight every night. So you should go do that, man. This code's gonna be here.
That's true.
Your daughter's not always gonna be that same age, man.
That is true. All right.
We'll hit it up tomorrow. You'll probably get the answer shortly tonight after Rob, I'm assuming, or tomorrow morning or something. Watch.
I probably will.
It did also make it hard too that like you had an idea in your head, but then you had to like move with like what the team wanted, wright? So
yeah.
Probably wouldn't have thrown you off as much. All right, man.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.